Introducing BetterBaking. This Blender add-on is specifically designed to enhance the baking experience for beginners, providing the possibility of complex usage for advanced creators at the same time. All that with only one goal in mind: making the baking process intuitive and fun, guiding with detailed error logs and a fast and efficient workflow of otherwise tedious tasks. Simply select the textures and resolutions and hit bake. You're done. Exciting, right? Let's have a look together after the intro. To get started, the first thing we have to do is to install the add-on. You can do this by go under Edit, Preferences, and then under Add-ons you can install it by clicking on this button here. Make sure that you have it enabled and then you can close this window. By pressing N on the keyboard, you can open up the N panel, and if everything went right, you should be able to see this window over here. In here we have a few options. We have the Bake button, the file path for the exported textures, and down here we have the texture types and the texture resolutions, and a couple of different baking types. Let's start by using this marble Suzanne head, and let's say we want to bake the diffuse map and the roughness map. And we can add it to the baking cube by simply clicking on those arrows on the side. So diffuse and roughness. And then the next step is to add a texture resolution. We can do this by hover over this little plus icon and add our texture. We can also choose some presets. For now, let's go with 512 pixels. So as you can see, it's added. And then file format, let's keep it PNG, and the margin size, keep it at 4 pixels. That's okay. So, and all that's left is to hit bake. And as you can see, if I refresh it, we have the roughness map and the marble diffuse. It's all black because it has simply no roughness in here. So we can also repeat it with this green Suzanne. Let's say we want to bake the diffuse, roughness and normal map this time. And maybe we want to have also like other texture resolution, let's say 265. So now we should have 6 textures in total, and hit bake. And if I refresh it, we have our 6 textures in 2 different resolutions each. Also important to know is that whenever you change something in the materials of an object, and it doesn't matter if you have one material or multiple material slots, then you will have to refresh the baking types of this object. And you can do this by clicking on the little arrow to remove it and re-add it, or simply click on this little icon over here and it should be refreshed. And as you probably noticed, we also have this bake multiple object mode, and for that let's remove those textures, and let's say we want to bake multiple objects at once. And how that works is basically you choose your objects and it will bake each texture types for each object. So in here 3, for this one diffuse and roughness, and for this one none. So let's change that to ambient occlusion and diffuse, and then select all of them, choose bake multiple objects, and it will give you a little arrow, and basically it says that selected to active is disabled while baking multiple objects. So keep this in mind, and then you can simply hit bake. If we refresh it now, we should have 2, 4, 10 and 14 textures. We have 8 and 6, we have 14 textures. So it did a pretty good job. Yeah, obviously you can use selected to active as well. And some of you might notice that how can I bake metallic maps? And this is where these custom functions come in. So let's say this is our metallic mask. And we preview it. Then we can go under our bake settings, and this is basically where it stores all the properties. So if you choose the custom mode, it will copy all those settings you make in the bake panel over here and the render samples. So let's say we want to emission, so we can get the metallic mass as it is right now. Emission, all those other settings are okay. And then we hit custom. We can delete the other ones. And yeah, we only need one texture resolutions. And then you can also go in and change it to this. It has stored it already. So simply hit bake. And then it should bake it for you, and here it is. Of course, you can go in and rename it at any time. And yeah, that's basically all the add-on does. It's not a lot, but it is basically an upgraded version of the UI. Especially for beginners, it's really helpful to understand how baking works, because it's really hard to get right in the first place if you never touched baking before. I hope this helps. It's really intuitive and easy to use. And with this custom function, you can easily get like your own settings into the baking panel over here. So yeah, let me know what you think about it in the comments, and feel free to check it out. See you in the next one.